Howdy folks, Chief Meteorologist Nick Lilia here. Take a look at your tropical update for July 31st of 2020, brought to you by the folks over there at Pine Belt Gutters and Remodeling. Isaias all the way up to a hurricane now, wind at 75 miles an hour. Actually, it got all the way up to 80 just a couple of hours ago. They brought it back down because of some of the interaction it's been having with land. We'll get to Isaias here in a second, but do know that there's actually another wave out there and even another tropical depression. Well, that's why this is getting posted a little bit later, as I wanted to wait for the depression to finally form. We'll start out for the hurricane, 75-mile-an-hour wind, gusting to 90, pressure down to 991. This is 195 miles off to the south-southeast of Nassau. This is going to be moving kind of the north, west, and eventually off to the north and northeast, and this is probably going to crawl right up the east coast. So this is going to go up the east coast of Florida, and then likely going to impact the Carolinas some way, and then perhaps even parts of Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, and even parts of Massachusetts, maybe even Maine, depending on how this thing goes. So right now, moving off to the northwest at just 15. This thing is going to slow down as it goes by Florida before picking up speed, heads up the east coast. Back in behind that, we've got tropical depression number 10, wind at 35 miles an hour. Gusting to 45 with pressure down at 1,007 millibars. So this one's near the Cabo Verde Islands out here. This is going to kind of curlicue around those islands to the north and then kind of sag off to the west before falling apart. It'll be a tropical storm overnight tonight, at least that's the thinking by the National Hurricane Center, before quickly dying as we head through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Beyond that, there is yet another wave with a 20% chance of development as it travels, a little cluster of stuff back in behind the X, as it travels to where Isaias is right now, or roughly where it is right now. And then that one is going to curl back off to the north and northeast and away from the United States at that point as well. So we've got three different areas of concern out there, only one with any kind of act to the United States. Even all of the models now, I'm going to kind of run this through as we head through Tuesday, turn this thing around and take it up the East Coast. So for all you folks that are living along the Texas coastline, the Louisiana coastline, the Mississippi coastline, and the Alabama coastline, this isn't going to bother you according to all of the latest model data. And I got to say, most of the humans as well are saying that this thing is going to turn as it's dealing with a ridge of high pressure off to the east. That continues to kind of weaken and fall apart a little bit along its western edge. And so because of that, this is able to find a pathway north and toward the pole. As we look over at the GFS map for the 850 vorticity 700 millibar moisture, you can see Isaias here going up the east coast and toward the northeast. We've got that next wave that's back in behind it. Kind of wrapping itself up in the same area, and then another wave actually back in behind that. That's not the tropical depression. That's actually yet another wave coming off of the coast of Africa. That one falls apart as we head through Friday of next week. Another wave off the coast of Africa, and then as we head into next weekend, you can see that that first wave kind of falls apart, gets eaten up by the constant little area of low pressure that hangs out along the northern coast of South America. And then the wave that's coming off, according to the models right now, falling apart as it runs into all of the dry air that's out across parts of the open Atlantic. So there's a look at your tropical update for July 31st of 2020. As always, brought to you by the folks over there at Pine Belt Gutters and Remodeling.